Well, Gabe, let's get right into it. I'm hearing that there's some breaking news in the running back room, particularly with regard to the depth chart. What do you got for us?
Yeah, so it's interesting because last week we actually were talking about Antwan Raymond being RB1, but according to sources here, it's CJ Campbell that is running back one, which brings an interesting dynamic because he's more of a hybrid style running back where Raymond is more of a power back. And typically, first and 10, second and one, you see the power backs with the ball. But we're going to be seeing a lot more hybrid style play, which I guess fits what the offense is trying to do with this Miami Dolphins-esque offense that we're running with, Athan being the Tua of especially the early years, and then Campbell being sort of an Achane kind of guy. And I'm excited. It brings a different dynamic, specifically with Manungai. He was obviously a hybrid, but more of a power back than a receiving back. So this is at least a change. And, with losing Manungai, that stinks for any offense, but I can't say I agree or disagree with the choice. Time will tell. Maybe Raymond will work his way up to RB1, but for now it's Campbell.
Yeah, so I have to say I'm a bit surprised about this. I suspected that Raymond was going to take over the reins from Ananga. He had a great year, averaged over 4 yards per carry. I didn't really. I don't even know who C.J. Campbell is. Can you give us some background on him and why you think he's elevated to number one on the depth chart?
Well, he's just a transfer back, and the only reason that he is number one would be because of his plug-in style of play. He's Mr. Reliable, and he kind of does whatever you need him to do. He can catch the ball. Obviously, Raymond can too, but you don't look for him to. But with Campbell, if you're down 28 or you're up 28, you can look for him to run the ball. Obviously, Raymond will see action first and goal at the goal line. He'll see action fourth and one. But for the most part, it's really going to be Campbell who Athan is, giving the ball to when he's not deciding to be a quarterback or a running back himself.
Absolutely, and it looks like we have a pretty deep running back room, which is going to bring balance to the offense. Now, my question though is going to come down to the trenches. Do we have the offensive line that's going to be able to both protect Cali Kamanis and open up those holes for Campbell and Raymond so that we can be a balanced offense that wins in the trenches, wins that time of possession, and really grinds out victories?
Yeah, so I really think we do have the offensive line, and it comes down to coaching. Shiano's a fantastic coach, but you look even deeper. Offensive lines coach Pat Flaherty has coached nothing but consistent teams, and Rutgers has never had any holes with its offensive line of late, excluding injury, of course, but that happens to every team. When you look at the depth chart, the starting five that are on the line, they're solid. And it's something I'm really looking forward to because we saw Athan have lots of time to make smart plays and lots of time to get in his own head and mess up. But you can thank the offensive line for giving him that chance to even come to conclusions instead of just getting sacked a bunch or having to throw the ball away. So hopefully that can translate to the running game because you need those guys not just to preserve the scrimmage line, but be able to push forward several yards to get those openings for CJ to operate. Although with CJ, he's definitely going to be running left and right a little more than Antwan Raymond.